Welcome students, parents, staff, family members, and friends to the 2022 Bertha-Hewitt Commencement Ceremony. I'd like to invite Cole Rashala to the podium, who will welcome us to the 2022 commencement ceremonies.
Hello everyone, and welcome to the Bertha-Hewitt 2022 graduation ceremony. It is my pleasure to welcome all students, families, and faculty to this amazing event. Every parent, grandparent, or teacher sitting out there has made an incredible impact on at least one of the graduates who sit before you today. I am sure all of us are experiencing a bunch of different emotions right now. Some of us are probably super excited to finally finish, and I'm sure a few others are already on the verge of bursting into tears. This senior year has surely been one to remember, and I have made so many amazing memories with a whole bunch of my fellow classmates. It is crazy to think that we started kindergarten all the way back in 2009. I still remember some of the awesome field trips we went on, like going to the Capitol and checking out the Science Museum. Or who could forget going to Long Lake with Mrs. Reaper. Those are some of my favorite memories from elementary school, and I am sure many of my classmates would agree. This is a huge milestone for so many of us, and I am so excited to see what kind of people we all become after we are officially done with high school. It has been an extremely quick 13 years. I can't believe our time at Bertha-Hewitt is completely over. I hope everyone had as much fun in high school as I did. A quote I will end with is from a well-known author, C.S. Lewis. He once said, "There are far better things ahead than any that we have left behind." It is now time to follow our dreams that we have had since we were little and begin to make a difference in the world. Thank you.
Thank you, Cole. Good evening. I'd like to welcome the graduates today, family, friends, and colleagues that are here tonight, as well as those of you that are watching at home on our webcast to the graduation ceremony of 2022. Watching these kids grow has absolutely been one of the highlights of my career. When I started, these guys were in 7th grade, and a couple of my just few memories that I've had, I remember the first customers to the office were the line girls, except there was a bus issue. They weren't in trouble or anything, but they had to help the sheriff. And then Skylar, I definitely remember Skylar was mad because in elementary school, the teachers gave out Bear Paw Awards, but not the high school teachers. And so that just was an injustice that we had to talk about a little bit. And then finally, one of my memories was Saul. Saul, we had to measure you. You were too tall for your ride home. So we had to get a new van for Saul because over the summer he had just grown so much. So it doesn't seem that long ago, but again, don't blink. Tonight I'd like to welcome and take a couple minutes to recognize 3 retirees. Mrs. Lundeen is here somewhere. I saw there she is. And Mrs. Foster. And Mr. Hanson up top. In the audience. So, like myself, we're all going to be retiring here pretty soon. And you're probably thinking, well, maybe you should, because, you know, you're getting old. And, but, you know, I always thought of, we're not getting old, but I prefer the term old school. We do things old school. Kids don't always understand metaphors and idioms, so I'm going to explain what old school means. It's a term that is usually used approvingly to refer to someone or something that's maybe old-fashioned or traditional. What does old school mean? It means something close to old-fashioned, but it's a term with more pride behind it. If someone says, "I'm old school," they're saying they do it the way it should be done, which they believe is a better way, and not an easier way. Old school usually means putting it above and beyond. Here are some examples of old school. Mrs. Foster is a special education teacher. She drives 50 miles to work every day, one way. And as a special ed teacher, she could have been hired anywhere, but she chose to drive an hour to school every day because loyalty is old school. Mrs. Lundeen every year would organize pennies for patients to help cancer patients and volunteers with the PTO because charity and giving back is old school. And finally, as you know, Mr. Hanson up there and I began our educational paths together, and we've come full circle, ending our careers nearly at the same time. Mr. Hanson rarely misses a day of school, arrives every day before 7 a.m., and most days you'll see him wearing a tie. He always shows me up with the tie. Professionalism, by the way, is old school. What are old school values, graduates? Well, they stand for discipline, respect for authority, academic achievement for its own sake, scholarship, goodness, and common decency. All of our retirees represent these values. Let's give them a round of applause.
Thank you, Bertha.
Students, I challenge you to do one more thing for me, and yes, you guessed it, it's going to be old school. I would like you to write a letter to your parents and grandparents and thank them for their support and encouragement over the years. No text, no email, no heart emoji, no memes, no instant messages, Twitters, tweets. Old school, write a note, please. Thank you, parents and your family, for all their support over the years. Also, look them in the eye, give them a hug, and say thank you. I know what your parents have gone through to make this day happen. And thank any and all of your teachers and other staff because they have supported you in ways you never thought were possible. They would appreciate it. And don't forget about everyone here back in the old school. Thank you, class of 2022. Now I'd like to introduce our next speaker, Heather Barker.
Hello. High school was hard and full of challenges, like COVID, e-learning, and facial acne. But look, we made it. Now we get to do the hard part. We get to figure out the rest of our lives. We were told from a young age that we should have our lives figured out by the time we graduate. However, that is not true. There are many adults that I know who still do not have it figured out. But don't stress, we have the rest of our lives to figure it out. We have time. The other day I was looking back at some about me's and put that I had wanted to be a doctor. Now I'm going to college for cosmetology, and later on I want to go back to school for teaching. The key word there is want. 39% of college students that are over the age of 25. Things change. It is okay to take a gap year. Life happens. Today we are closing the first chapter of our lives, and we get to start a whole new chapter full of fun, adventures, and yes, fears and anxiety, like finances. We are the ones who get to decide how the next chapter goes, where each part fits, and how it works together. That is the fun, but the long part. So don't stress, we have our whole lives ahead of us to figure it out. Most importantly, don't let the hard times, the fears, and the unknown stop you from a new chapter and fill it with happiness and find your passion. Congrats guys, we made it.
And now Isaac will speak.
Hello. For those of you who do not know me, I am Isaac Wachik. I'm honored to be able to speak in front of you here today, which is weird because before I joined speech and drama this year, I would have avoided this sort of situation like the plague. However, I would like to take this opportunity to address you all and maybe, just maybe, change your perspective on something. In this last year of high school, I pushed myself to earn my associate's degree while also holding a part-time job and serving as class president. But I also chose to enter many extracurricular activities like free sports, Business Professionals in America, Knowledge Bowl, Minnesota Honor Society, speech, and drama. Oh, and I guess I was also in band. But on that note, I would like to ask Mr. Aaron Paulson to please oblige me and stand up. This is the last laugh after our concert a few weeks ago. Mr. Paulson is the only teacher that I have had every semester of my high school career, and he was the only in-person teacher that I had for the first semester of this year. In all honesty, I would like to thank Mr. Paulson for putting up with myself and others in this senior class, for giving me opportunities, even though they would often be canceled for COVID safety reasons, and for always being there for a laugh that was a welcome break from my seemingly never-ending college homework load. Thank you, Mr. Paulson. Now, where am I going with this? I would like to urge the students who have yet to graduate to push yourselves to use this time to get a head start on your life, whether that means taking college classes in high school, working a job, or continuing to build your relationships. However, don't deprioritize these relationships because of your schoolwork, and most importantly, don't forget to stop and smell the roses every now and again. For example, I threw myself into as many different activities this last year as I could, so that I would be able to experience them before I leave. But I enjoyed many of them so much that I was disappointed that I had not participated in years prior. Some of the friends that I have made in these activities are among the best friends that I have. But I have been so invested in my schoolwork, or with my nose caught between 2 pages of a book, that I did not actively try to form these friendships in late elementary and middle school. When I looked back at my 6th grade folder that I just received from Mrs. Reaver, I read this: "My friends are don't have any. My best friend is, don't have one. That is one of the saddest things for me to look back and think about. Thankfully, I started making friends thereafter, but I still to this day hear about elementary events that I missed, middle school activities that I wasn't a part of. There isn't a way to change the past, but I hope that all of you who are staying here, whether it be for just 1 year or your entire high school career, and also all of you who I have grown with over the past 13 years, in the future years of your lives, don't make this same mistake. I can tell you now that, as I head off to college, I am planning on entering several activities and groups, and I won't let history repeat itself this time. Whether you take this advice or not is up to you, but I thank you for taking the time to listen and taking the time to come and support us, the Bertha-Hewitt class of 2022. Thank you.
Thank you, Isaac. At this time, I'd like to recognize our honor students. Honor students, please stand. To qualify as an honor student, students must have a GPA between 3.0 and 3.66 over the past 4 years. As you hear your name, please come forward to receive your plaque. I also ask that the parents of the honor students stand as their graduate is announced. Honor students, please come forward. Heather Barker, daughter of Stacy Barker and Alicia Good Barker and Trista Barker and Glenn Barton. Aiden Benarski, son of Jamie and Jennifer Benarski, and Deidre and Robert Hess. Elena Klein, daughter of Robert Klein and Tracy Bowman. Thomas James Collum, son of Langdon and Christina Collum, and Holly and Adam Butke. Saul Eckel, son of Jennifer Eckel. Natalie Kuczynski, daughter of Tim Kuczynski and Jennifer Wolf. Cameron Mitchell, son of Luke and Kelly Mitchell. Chaya Stempf, daughter of Angela and Russell Petrick. Mackenzie Teal, daughter of Donna and Reed Switters and Darren Teal. Lydia Wisher, daughter of Robin Wisher. Congratulations to our honor students. Superintendent Kemp will now recognize the high honor students.
Good evening. Thanks for coming to celebrate the accomplishments of the class of 2022. I get the privilege of announcing the high honor students, something I look forward to because I was not smart enough to be one of them myself. It's even more valuable this year, I believe, than ever because these students had to battle many things the last few years with distance learning, COVID, masks, and much other things. So to keep this GPA this high over that span is pretty remarkable, and almost over a third of the class in the high honor students are pretty amazing. To qualify as a high honor student, students have had to maintain at least a 3.667 GPA over the past 4 years. High honor students, please come forward to receive your plaque. will follow the same as last group. I ask the parents of high honor students to please stand when your graduate is announced. High honor students, please remain standing when you get back to your chair. Skylar Bertram, daughter of Mark Bertram and Bobby and Bo Durbin.
Love you.
Isaac Blyshek, son of Matt and Carla Blyshek. Linda Domeyer, daughter of Dwayne and Agnes Domeyer. Emma Hubbard, daughter of Lisa and Lucas Hubbard. Haley Hudala, daughter of Rob Hudala and Shelley Aspergren. Dominic Lindquist, son of Chris and Lynn Lindquist. Miranda Line, daughter of Sherry Line and Chris Line. Aiden Rock, son of Andy and Amy Rock. McKenna Rathke, daughter of Christopher and Amanda Rathke. Alexander Tubbs, son of Kathy Hendrickson, Matthew Colby, and Michelle and Tanya Tubbs. Mr. Cole Washella, son of John and Carla Washella. Congratulations once again, high honor students. Next, I get the privilege of presenting the Citizenship Award. This award is presented annually to one male and one female senior class member. Winners are chosen by our high school teaching faculty and judged based on their overall citizenship during their entire high school careers. The 5 most important characteristics of a good citizen are honesty, compassion, respect, responsibility, and courage. And before I present this award, Mr. Glenn asked me not to make any big deal about his retirement, but 6 years ago when he came here, he tried to instill character into our students, and we are in a much better place because of him. So Mr. Glenn, one round of applause. Thank you. This year, I am proud to announce the female recipient is Emma Hubbard. I am proud to announce this year's male recipient is Isaac Blyshek. Thank you, and good luck, class of 2022.
Thank you, Mr. Kep. I would now like to present the diplomas to the class of 2022. Front row, please stand. Seniors, make your way towards the stage. Presenting the awards of the diplomas tonight, this evening, is our Board of Education representatives Keith Bout, Matthew Blyshek, and Sharon Teal. These students have completed the state course credit requirements under the Minnesota Statute Section 120B-024, set forth by the Minnesota Department of Education, as well as the local standards set forth by the Bertha-Hewitt Board of Education. Landon Lucas Adams, son of Eric and Samantha Adams. Noah Ashbaugh, son of Tanya Ashbaugh. Heather Marie Rose Barker, daughter of Stacy Barker and Alicia Good Barker, and Krista Barker and Glenn Barkin. Skylar Bertram, daughter of Mark Bertram and Bobby Joe Durbin. Isaac Matthew Loshik, son of Matthew and Carla Loshik. Aiden James Benarski, son of Jamie and Jennifer Benarski, and Deidre and Robert Hess. J.C. Crystal, daughter of Tina and Jim Olson, and Jeff and Lori Crystal. Elena Ann Klein, daughter of Robert Klein and Tracy Bowman. James Collum, son of Langdon and Christina Collum, and Holly and Adam Buckey. Saul Richard Echo, son of Jennifer Echo. Linda Mary Dobmeyer, daughter of Dwayne and Agnes Dobmeyer. Keegan Shane Fox, son of John and Melinda Fox. Mitchell Joseph Gardner Lawman, son of Brian and Jessica Lawman, and Richard and Ariel Gardner. Emma Rose Hubbard, daughter of Lisa and Lucas Hubbard. Haley Ray Hudala, daughter of Rob Hudala and Shelley Aspengren. Natalie Kuczynski, daughter of Timothy Kuczynski and Jennifer Wolf. Edward Lagerquist, son of Michelle and John Lagerquist Jr. Dominic Kenneth Robert Lindquist, son of Chris and Lynn Lindquist. Mariah Line, daughter of Sherry Line and Chris Line. Miranda Line, daughter of Sherry Line and Chris Line. Jacob McKnight, son of Lori McKnight, Tim McKnight, and Justin Gruey. Cameron Mitchell, son of Lucas and Kelly Mitchell. Dawson James Perlinger, son of Grant Perlinger and Deidre Perlinger. Aiden Lawrence Rock, son of Andy and Amy Rock. McKenna Ann Rathke, daughter of Christopher and Amanda Rathke. Rachel K. Sherman, daughter of Randy and Renee Sherman. Thea Rain Stempf, daughter of Angela and Russell Petrick. Justice Paige Sturgis, daughter of Brandon and Karen Kimber, and Woody and Lori Mondry Saltzman. Summer Templin, daughter of Becky and Morgan Teal, daughter of Donna and Reed Switters and Darren Teal. Alexander Scott Tubbs, son of Kathy Hendrickson, Matthew Colby, and Michael and Tanya Tubbs. Ethan Walkland, son of Charles and Diane Walkland Jr. Lydia Marie Wisher, daughter of Robin Wisher. Paula Waishala, son of John and Carla Waishala. Congratulations to the class of 2022.
All right, yeah.
Now our closing remarks by Linda Domeyer.
Dear parents, staff members, office ladies, teachers, coaches, siblings, friends, grandparents, and everyone else. Thank you for helping the Bertha-Hewitt class of 2022 to get to this point. Mrs. Oyster and Mr. Bartle, I am thankful for you especially because you always believed in me and were willing to help me whenever you were able. You guys are amazing. Everyone here tonight, you have helped us more than we'll ever be able to tell you. So an enormous thanks go out to you all. Class of 2022, how did you get here? Can you still picture yourself as a freshman and all the ideas you had in your head for yourself as a senior? Are you the person you expected yourself to be? Or did you surprise yourself? Perhaps you did, not knowing that you were capable of writing a 7-page paper in one night, or successfully speaking for 5 minutes, presenting in front of your whole English class and Mrs. Brown. I know you guys really want me to hurry up and finish my speech so you can finally leave and go celebrate. So in the words of our very own Mackenzie Teal, she's told me to make it short so she doesn't have to listen to a long page essay because then she'll get bored. Well, message received, Kenzie. But believe it or not, I am still expected to say something inspirational to you. So I'll try to make this short and sweet. Well, here it goes. You guys have improved me and my high school experiences ever since I moved here 4 years and 3/4 of a year ago. I was just a shy farm kid, and you guys helped to sculpt me into the person I am. You gave me courage to lead and expand my experiences. My FFA state trip would not have been the same without the astounding people or the rickety hotel slide I was always told about, and how you guys almost broke it. You all supported and participated in the new ideas I have for FFA. You were willing to act silly in the name of fun, and even Mr. Ted and Mrs. Nancy Vandenhugel tried their hand at throwing the hay bales. But the one thing that the vast majority of the high school students will remember about this last FFA week was when Mr. Glenn won the Kiss the Goat bucket fundraiser and how he was courageous enough to pucker up to Loretta, the goat, who was sporting some stylish dark lipstick. Mr. Glenn, thanks for being such a good sport. And just between you and me, I will tell you something. It was in fact Mr. Kep who stopped me in the hallway and requested that I put lipstick on the goat. But don't tell anybody that I told you. Now for the inspirational part of this speech. Class of 2022, you guys made it. You made it to the almost end of the ceremony, and you are still amongst the living, I believe. So I will keep this part short. Try to think of graduation not as an end, but as a gate that will open so many more opportunities to you. I wish you the best of luck with your futures, and a big congratulations on all that you have accomplished.
Thank you, Linda. Keep it between the two of us. Seniors, time for you to stand and be recognized.
Yeah.
We'll end this graduation as I have ended every graduation for the past 6 years with this advice. Seniors, go out into the world, find what you love, be curious, be brave, and be kind. And most important, make us all proud. I present to you the Bertha-Hewitt graduation class of 2022. I want to thank everyone for coming tonight and safe travels home.
Good seeing you. Uh-huh.